All right, here's my super Mandarin Belly Leopard without the hypo gene. So the other one had one copy of Mandarin Belly. This is a super Mandarin Belly, but the other one had hypo gene, and that's why it was so much redder. What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily. This will be my last video before my surgery, and then I'll probably take a week off. So don't expect to get too many videos over the next 7 days after this video goes up. And I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. I might even do some video from the hospital just to give you guys a little taste of what's going on. I know, you know, these videos are cool and everyone loves the reptiles. Sometimes the lifestyle stuff is cool too. So the person who's, you know, breeding the reptiles, you can kind of see what goes on in their life behind the scenes. All right, we had a clutch over the weekend of ball python eggs. So that's gonna be our third clutch for the year. And let's go see what it was. Stay tuned. Ah, Pablo was right. He said this girl was about to lay. He even predicted 6 eggs. Does she have 6 eggs? I don't know. She is an IMG Lesser Albino. Beautiful. And to think I almost sold this girl. Seriously, I almost sold her a couple years ago. And then she started looking good as she got older. I'm like, wow, this is a really nice albino. I'm gonna keep her. So I bred her this past year to a leopard black pastel candy. Candies are allelic to albino, meaning that when you breed a candy to an albino, you get a candino, which is kind of like a mix between the two of them. So you get, it looks very albino-ish, but it's got some purple hues in it, and it almost looks like a lavender albino, to be honest with you. And I love candinos. They're really good, but I haven't really seen too many good combinations. So I'm thinking leopard black pastel candinos would probably be pretty neat with that lesser gene. And oh, I think there's Orange Dream in here. Excuse me. Yeah, this is Orange Dream lesser albino. So let's see what we got. Oh, we got some nice eggs there. She's taking good care of them too. Nice and moist. We're gonna pull her. Actually, I'm just gonna pull the eggs out of there. To be honest with you, it's like 1 in the morning here on Sunday. And I saw these this morning, and I've been just busy with the kids all day, and I just haven't had a chance. And you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. You can't wait, you know, when you have eggs on the ground. I didn't want to leave them, although they probably would have been fine. She seems to be taking really good care of them, sitting on these things. But I don't want it to dry out or anything like that. So I'll pull these, candle them, put them in my egg container over there, and throw them in the incubator, and then I can go to sleep finally. All right, let's pull these. All right, 6 beautiful eggs. We got vessels and we got embryos in all of them, so we should have some pretty good odds. Everything's gonna be candino because we're breeding candy to albino. So everything's candino, and then we got to play around with Orange Dream, Lesser, Black Pastel, and Leopard, and all the different combinations of that. So we don't have to worry about the candino part. Everything is candino, and that's nice because candinos sell well. I love the way they look. It's just going to be a matter of what gene combinations we get. I think Orange Dream Leopard, Black Pastel candino is going to look insane, and I think even with the lesser in there, it's going to look pretty crazy. So you never know. Maybe we'll hit all the genes. Ah, my male diamond python looking so good. He just keeps getting better and better as he gets older. He's looking for food, of course. They're always looking for food, these guys. And you don't really want to overfeed diamond pythons if you know anything about them, because then they get fat and lazy and they don't breed. And it's very unhealthy for them too. If you want them to live a long time, underfeed your diamond pythons. But he's my youngest, and he is a 2021, so he's actually coming up on 2 years old. Actually, no, 3 years old. Wow, I didn't even realize I got. It's funny, I have 3 diamonds from Crutchfield. The one I got in 19, 20, and 21. I got the 2 females first, and then I got this guy, and he's small still. You can see, look at my hand compared to him. But that's okay, because he's nice and healthy, and at some point, I have my guy Chase building me my outdoor enclosures, and he's a little too small, but the females are probably perfect to put in the outdoor enclosure. And he will eventually go out there as well, and then they can breed whenever they want. That's the goal. And these diamonds need cold to really get into breeding form, as they say. All right, here's a really nice snake I've shown you before. This is a IMG HYPO MOTLEY 100% het SHARP albino, 66% het entering, which I don't really care about. And once again, it hasn't gotten much darker since the last time I showed you, a little bit darker. And once again, that IMG gene, increasing melanistic gene, will make the snake get darker and darker. This snake will never turn black because of the fact that it has that hypo gene in it. Even though the Motley IMG combination really wants to make a black snake. This female was for sale. She's actually probably still up for sale, but I probably won't sell her now that she's going up on 3 years old. Actually 2 years old. Actually, I did the math wrong on that male diamond I showed is 2 years old too. For some reason my brain is thinking it's 2024, but it's not. So she's coming up on 3 years old, 2 years old I should say. And I'm not gonna raise her up and then sell her unless someone makes me a sweet deal, but I'm gonna probably put her into my breeding program. And she's kind of at that stage now, if you look, size-wise, she's gonna start eating really well. Like she can handle, I haven't given her medium rats yet, but she can easily knock down a medium rat. And as soon as I move her to a bigger tub, she's going on a mediums. And hopefully, probably a year and a half, not the end of this year, the following year, she'll be breeding for me, I hope. We'll see. Look at that beauty. Look at that beautiful face. Here's a beautiful female, Hypo Leopard Mandarin Belly Het Albino. That Mandarin Belly Hypo Leopard combination makes a really, really nice looking red snake. Really love the coloring on this girl. And slow growing her. She doesn't really like to eat big prey items, even though she's at that point now where she can probably handle like a small rat. Usually she goes for mice, but she's still a little timid. It's funny because, she's so beautiful, the coloring. I'm really into this whole Mandarin Belly thing. I mean, they really complement the leopard gene really well, because leopard has a lot of red in it. And Hypo brings out a lot of that red in the leopard gene, so this is gonna be a nice breeding female at some point. Now let's go take a look at my breeder Mandarin Belly. All right, here's my super Mandarin Belly leopard without the hypo gene. So the other one had one copy of Mandarin Belly. This is a super Mandarin Belly, but the other one had hypo gene, and that's why it was so much redder. Because let's face it, leopard is a dark morph. Mandarin Belly brings red into it, and you can see that tremendous contrast. I actually really like this, the way the red is offset by the black here. Really impressive looking. The hypo gene might strip away too much of that black, who knows? That's why I'm not breeding this female to a hypo, because I already have that other female. I'm gonna breed her to an albino eclipse, which is a Motley Leopard albino. And we're trying to produce some Mandarin Belly eclipses, which is what we would do hopefully. Either we're going to produce Mandarin Belly eclipses, or we're going to produce Mandarin Belly leopards. Everything will be het albino. So getting that Mandarin Belly gene into the albino project is going to be really helpful too, to really bring out more reds. And we know how great albino leopards look, and the only thing I would love to add to this would be the blood gene, and that's probably down the road. So we're keeping an eye on her. I don't know, she could potentially have some babies in her. I don't know. She's still eating, so I don't know if this male is doing the job. I don't know if he's such a great breeder. He hasn't bred anything yet in his life. He's definitely old enough. He's 3 years old, but who knows? We might, if she doesn't go this year, I'm going to try a different male next year. All right, here's a breeding that I did last year, and I'm repeating it this year. Hypo blood female who's looking juicy, chunky. And this is an arabesque blood, 66% het call, albino. Obviously what we're trying to do is produce hypo arabesque bloods here. I thought it was going to happen last year. Didn't. I don't know if they're just not compatible, but I tried it again this year because I really want it to happen. So we'll see. We'll see. She is looking this. I would go reach in and feel her belly, but he's a nasty little bastard, this guy. So I don't want to reach my hand in, but she is looking mighty thick here. So hopefully maybe we'll have some babies this year. I see a nice shed over there, so maybe in 3 months we'll have a litter. All right, I'm waiting for this girl to give her litter out and just birth them all out. She's been sitting on the hot spot pretty consistently. She's not eating. This is typical pregnant boa behavior right here. Keep that belly where the babies are, right on the hot spot. Keep them nice and warm, incubate them here. And then when she's ready, we'll see I haven't seen the waxy stool yet. Usually a week or two before, she'll have a little poop that's like kind of white and oily. That's what's called the waxy stool. Once she does that, you know the babies are coming soon. I suspect in the next month we're going to see something from her, maybe even sooner. If I always say like it's a week, I jinx myself. So I'm going to say and then within the next month. And she can potentially produce some really nice blizzard babies, which we know are the hypo and super hypo, sharp albino black-eyed anneries. So crystal white with red eyes. I'm not sure these guys are locked, but they're definitely loving on each other. This is my boa basement lavender albino sharp and being bred by a fire het sharp. So we're looking to produce some fire diamonds that are also visual sharp albinos. And you can see she's very pretty, this girl. If we can get the fire gene into her, I think we're going to see a lot more lavenders come out of her, and she's going to be really cool. So we'll keep an eye on her. She's been breeding. They're still eating. So, you know, I think she's going to be, if she goes, she's going to probably be more in the summer. And that's fine, because I don't want 10 boa litters all in a 2-week time period. It's a lot of work. All right, last video of the day. This is our hypo, possible super hypo phantom. So this is a super hypo, or at least hypo, one copy. Paradigm, which is one copy of Boa Woman Caramel, one copy of Sharp Albino, gives us that creamy intermediary. And the reason we don't see any creamy reds is because it's also black-eyed annery, which removes red and it removes yellows. And this is a sleeper one. This one's really, really nice. This is a female. I think I'm gonna keep this girl. She is nice. That's why I don't sell these like high-end litters right away, because I don't know what these girls are gonna turn into. She really is developing nicely. Look, her whole dorsal area is like blanked out, striped, and those jet black eyes from that black-eyed annery gene. And she's really erased a lot of her pattern, which means she's definitely hypo. I'd venture to guess possibly super hypo, although if she was super hypo, I think she might have less pattern. But I really like what I'm seeing here. I mean, she's still really purple looking, and woohoo, and she came after the camera. All right, we're gonna leave her alone, but beautiful girl. Look at that beautiful, beautiful. This is the nicest peacock in my neighborhood. Look at that thing. That thing is gorgeous. Look at the blues on it. It's got the big tail. Amazing wildlife here in Cape Coral. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. I'm going to miss my animals. I'll probably be in the hospital for the next week and getting better so that I can come back bigger and better than ever before with a lot of boa litters and ball python litters, maybe an olive python litter. You never know, even the blue-tongued skinks could possibly breed. There is always that possibility. You know, speaking of blue-tongued skinks, I have blue tongues that they get along with each other. Everyone, you know, anyone else puts blue tongues together, they want to rip each other's heads off. Mine will cohabitate with each other. I don't know what is going on with them. They certainly don't want to breed, but they will actually live together happily. I've been keeping the male and female together. I know it's sacrilege almost, and usually they're ready to rip each other's heads off, but I don't know. Mine are getting along with each other. Go figure. Yep. There's exceptions to every rule. I will say I am into the lizards though a lot now. I still love the snakes, of course, but I like the personality of the lizards. The blue tongues, you know, they're not as smart as the water monitors are, but they have their own little personal charm, and so do the bearded dragons. So I like having a little bit of everything, a little piece of nature in our homes. Isn't that what we all want? All right, next time we see a video from me. Hopefully we'll be talking about some of the newer enclosures that we're building for outdoors. And we also have to plan an indoor enclosure for my water monitor, my Black Dragon. I want to make her a bigger enclosure so that we can give her a little more room, and that if she wants to, you know, lay some eggs, she has a big, deep bed of soil she can dig in, because they like to bury. It's very important that they do have that ability to bury them. It's just a natural instinct in them. So that's something we're going to be working on over the next couple weeks. For now, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back in about 7 days.